Hey guys, storyteller BJ Foltz here. Anyway, this year's chapter 4. It's more of an action-based one, just FYI. Not much to say other than that. If you like anything about this, or think if there's a way to improve, let me know in a comment. If you like, give a thumbs up. Sleepwalkers of Night Realm. Written and read by storyteller BJ Foltz. Chapter 4. I lead a baseball rescue team. Prison food. That's what we found in the kitchen. Canned fruit, cold cereal, biscuits, cornbread, beans, and rice. Considering what I've been through though, this was my Uncle Jack's Thanksgiving dinner. I never thought I'd be happier to see the Spartan dishes I made on my diet. Beans were thoroughly devoured, a chunk of cornbread soon followed, and a cup of fruit juice to wash it down. Now there's a hungry soul, Alex snickered as Wendy looked away, slightly disturbed at how I devour my food like a hungry lion. Whoa, dude, Mikey said. When was the last time you ate? I swallowed, not easily, and panted. I've been chased by sleeping zombies, been taken out of my cell at gunpoint, and had to carry you on my back, buddy. I've worked up an appetite. Okay, fair enough, Mikey shrugged. So, Wendy said, changing the subject. What do you think caused this? Who knows, I asked. I woke up as a 10-year-old. I'm a loser, not a scientist or fortune teller. Considering how many have just disappeared, I'd say the rapture's occurred, Alex said. The end times are upon us. The masses have been collected for the final battle. Only thing I can't account for is why we're children. Oh well, the Lord works in mysterious ways. Please, Mikey scoffed. You know what this sounds like? Part 1 of an alien invasion. Poof a chunk of the population and turn the rest into little kids. Easy to take over the planet. The rapture? Aliens? You two can't be serious, can you? Wendy asked. That sounds positively juvenile. Wendy, Alex asked. We're kids again. Everyone else is wandering around doing that. Unless your PhD can explain this, I think it's time we start considering non-conventional answers. But we can't just jump to conclusions like that! You two are just being silly, Wendy said. Hey guys, I said, hoping to cut this argument off at the knees. If you don't mind, could you tell me why you stuck around here? I mean, I didn't really say anything, It's either you or the one, Pete. Between the two of you, who do you think I'm gonna go with? Mikey asked. Personally, I never much cared for Ray, Alex said. Besides, you've got nice eyes. For a convicted murderer. I'm innocent! I snapped defensively. I know, Alex snickered. It's more, there's just something about you, really, Wendy said. I wanted to see what would happen if I stuck with you. What about you, Peter? Alex asked. Why did you speak up? That wasn't a question I expected. The 12-year-old chaplain had saved my life and now he did this. Of everyone I'd met that night, he was probably the second most disarming, right behind Candace. It took me a while to answer, but I slowly replied, I just had a gut feeling. Probably just my 10-year-old self coming back, but my gut was stronger back then and told me that Ray's plan wouldn't work. Can't really explain it better than that. I see. Good! Alex grinned. The heart's too emotional, the brain overthinks things, but the gut is untainted by things. It's pure instinct. And on this rock we shall build our church. Get it? It's like Simon Peter from the Bible. Come on, that was clever. Yes, we get it, Wendy said, annoyed. So what's the plan, Pete? Mikey asked. Before I could answer, Candace returned with an armload of clothes. I'd known this girl for about 10 minutes, tops maybe, and already I was used to that unsettling grin on her face as she peeked out from the other side. I still don't know if that was a good sign. Right, so I didn't find any kid-sized clothes for the rest of you, my pals, she said, depositing the load of scavenged garbs on the floor. But I can do wonders with sewing. Pick what you want, and I can size it up for you, no problemo. I looked at the massive pile she dropped, first wondering how she managed to carry so much this far. That was overtaken when I realized how macabre the whole thing was. I mean, those belonged to people, right? And we didn't know what happened to them. They just poofed out of existence. Then I realized in a way she was grave robbing. I picked up a t-shirt that had a Batman logo on it. Who wore this thing? One of the guards under their uniforms? Or did this belong to a visitor? It felt sort of wrong to do this, disrespectful to the people who vanished. My moral crisis was cut short by a distant shriek followed by gunfire. I looked out the window and saw the sleepwalkers trudging somewhere, and I had a good idea where they were going. Without thinking, I stood up and shouted, "Come on!" "What?" Mikey asked. "Those people out there are in trouble. We're saving them. Want to stop me?" I asked, pulling out my baton. "Try it." "Wait, I'm the leader here," Kenda said, pointing at herself with a sharpened piece of metal that she apparently just had on her. "And I say, we go out and save those people, even if it's entirely their fault." "Here," I said, tossing Wendy my baton, "to help defend yourself." Thanks, she stammered, turning red. "Here," Alex said, handing me a baseball bat. "Need something to protect yourself as well, right?" "Thanks," I said. "Now let's roll!" I bolted from the room, overtaken by Alex, who already had his mallets out. Mikey was right next to me, sliding the keys into his fist and giving me a look that said, "I hope I know what I'm doing." I heard Wendy coming up from behind, already breathing hurriedly. In that rush of energy, we came out and had already followed the sleepwalkers and gunshots into the very front of the prison. They gathered in a circle, and I could already hear screams and an unnerving crunching noise that sounded like meat being pulled from bone. I gripped my bat tight as I came across one prisoner. Without any hesitation, I slammed my bat right into the sleepwalker so hard he was sent spinning away from the thing he was chewing on. I didn't look down. I couldn't think about what was happening. Not when I could hear Tiger shouting at the top of his lungs. "You jerks! When I find you, you put so many bullets up your butt!" he roared. I roared as well, as Alex began smashing through the sleepwalkers with his mallets, loudly proclaiming Bible verses that I could not pick out because I was so fueled by adrenaline at that point. Mikey, meanwhile, began sneaking up on them, punching them in the back of their heads with his keys. Candace skipped over, slashing with her improvised knife, giggling like she was playing hopscotch. Wendy was in the back, yelling in surprise while using my baton to smack away sleepwalkers. I just smashed through them with my bat, fire in my gut, and focused with laser-like intensity on Tiger. But I stopped as I saw one woman in a casual outfit, going, "Yum yum, Grandma's cookies," as she bore down on a screaming girl I recognized as Trisha. Trisha, for her part, writhed and threshed, making it hard to bite down on her. But what chilled me to the bone was that she was screaming in pure hysterics. "No! Please! Help me, Daddy! Help me, girl! I promise, Daddy! I promise!" I would not stand by and watch as that went on. I slammed my bat into the sleepwalker, grabbed Trisha, and continued to fight my way to Tiger. The older kid was in a bit of a fix. His gun had ran out of bullets and was now whipping it across sleepwalker heads. That didn't keep them at bay for long, though, as they kept coming and coming until one that used to be a guard bit into his shoulder. Tiger roared in pain as he began beating him away. Another was coming up from behind him, though, but I didn't let him get any closer. I rammed my bat right into the sleepwalker and knocked it flat on the street. I then slammed my bat right into the one biting Tiger. It flew away, teeth flying out of its mouth with a spurt of blood. "Come on!" I shouted, grabbing Tiger. He grabbed onto his shoulder, but followed after me. "Guys, fall back!" "And no, I am the Lord!" Alex shouted with a look of wild joy before running back to the cafeteria. Wendy looked surprised but relieved as she followed after us. "Oh, but I was having fun," Candace said, disappointed. "Shut up, crazy! We gotta go!" Mikey shouted, running after with a few sleepwalkers on his tail. Just like the sprint to the front, the sprint back was nothing but a blur to me. All I knew was the faint murmuring of sleepwalkers behind us, slowly becoming more and more distant as we outpaced them. The next moment we got into the cafeteria and bolted the door shut. My ears rang, a shock ran up my arm, and I just stood there, panting. Everything I saw, what I did there. I could have died. No, I didn't die. I was one of the lucky ones. The others just... I put Trish onto a seat as everything began to slowly send to place. You okay, Pete?" Mikey asked. I mulled the question over. After a minute, I faintly heard Mikey asking me 2 or 3 more times. I then realized I had an ideal answer for his question. I vomited right on the floor, narrowly missing Mikey's feet. "What the heck, man?" he shouted. Don't vomit on the clothes, I just got them! Candace shouted. I'm sorry, I wheezed. Hard for those who aren't used to this, Alex said sagely as he rubbed my back. Still, you did well, Peter. Better than most, I'd say. No. Those people. Those kids. They... I panted, feeling tears stinging my eyes. It was like I didn't register what I saw until just now. Mikey ran out for some water while Alex turned his attention to Tiger. What happened? He asked, while Tiger was having his wound examined by Wendy. That jerk Ray. We were waiting for a while, out in the middle of the courtyard. He said the escort would be coming up any minute now, then Gah! He yelped, suddenly lurching forward. That hurt, you dumb girl! Oh, I'm sorry. I was busy trying to examine this. Would you rather this wound fester and you die? 'Cause right now, I'm thinking that's a wonderful idea, Wendy said irritably. The longer we waited, the closer those sleeping jerks got, Tiger muttered, looking sulky. Then, when it got to that level, the warden took Jennifer, the visitors, and the rest of the guards and just left us behind. Said we'd slow him down and do society a favor for once. I would have taken a shot at him, but... I slowly pushed myself up and realized that Trisha had said nothing this whole time. She just sat there with a 1,000-yard stare behind her newly cracked glasses. I walked over and asked, Hey, Trisha, are you okay? I got no response. Trisha didn't seem to recognize anything going on around her. She wasn't dead. I could tell that just by seeing her breathe shakily. I snapped my fingers in front of her, shook her, and even pinched her cheek, but got no response. She's catatonic, Wendy said, finishing up with Tiger. After going through something like that and her level of stress, she's gonna be fine, right? I asked. Who knows? Wendy shrugged. Right now I think Tiger's the bigger concern. That sleepwalker missed vital areas, but the bite itself? The human mouth's filthy. It could become septic. I just stared blankly before she elaborated. That's bad. It means he could die. Great, now I got that going on, Tiger grunted. When I die, send Ray after me so I could kick his butt and that's not all, Mikey said. If I know my zombies, then that stuff might be contagious. If he goes sleepwalking, then what? This just keeps getting better, Tiger growled. We need to get the right antibiotics or it won't matter, Wendy said. They've got some in the medical wing. Then I'll go get it, I said immediately. What? Wendy asked. Did I stutter? I asked in return. Too many people died today. I'm not going to let one of the people I could save go like that. And in case he does turn, Alex, Mikey, Candace, I need you to keep an eye on him. Very well, Alex nodded. Sure, no problem, Mikey murmured. Doesn't my authority mean anything? Candace asked, disappointed. But Peter, Wendy said, you don't know what you're looking for. You know how to treat him? I asked, gesturing at Tiger. Yes, I do, Wendy nodded, turning bright red. I'm a psychiatrist and we have general medical training. Then come on, I said, opening the door. We've got things to find. Looking a bit hesitant, Wendy walked out of the door. Too much was going on too quickly, but didn't matter. We had a mission. With that, I shut the door behind me. I took a deep breath and realized I didn't know how much time had passed since all this insanity started. My legs were protesting, and my arms were demanding a rest. So were my eyes. Not now, I murmured, following after Wendy. I can rest when I know Tiger's safe. One of my main issues with writing is character agency and the reasons for status quo forming. I try to address it in this chapter, why Peter's the leader and why he's so quick to help people when needed. Honestly, all I can hope is that I did this well. I just smashed through them with my bat, fire burning in my gut. I just smashed through them with my bat, fire burning in my gut, and I just smashed through them with my bat. A fire in my gut focused laser-like on the... I just smashed through them with my bat, fire in my gut, and focused laser-like on the... Why can't I say this? I just smashed through them with my bat, focused like a laser on 2 survivors.